All right, Monday recap. Going into the day, we had no news, and what I was looking at for the weekly profile, because I'm starting doing like weekly analysis now, just so like I'm looking at the weekly and daily time frames to see where we're at because I completely misread last week. Kind of, I didn't notice that we were in a weekly gap and that we were just filling it to go lower. Um, but. Yeah, so the weekly analysis was definitely bearish. I do want to see us go down. Looking at the daily time frame, right? We are just going down, right? We swept out this low, but there's lows down here, and there's no bullish structure. Um, but something to look at, right, is the next low is down here, and we were around like 100. So that's like 600 points. And on a no news Monday, even with news, it's probably not going to happen during the AM session. Um, so really, since the target was just too far away, the only thing I would be okay with taking is longs, basically, or like a short to an internal low. But the problem is that we didn't have any internal lows. Um, yeah, there just weren't any. ES did not take out the low over here that NQ did already take out, which is over here. So you have an S&T there. All the internal lows are taken. There's no in the short, like the DOL for shorts is way too far. So based off of that, if it goes lower, that's fine. I'm not really gonna take a trade, but yeah, we ended up we did rebalance anyways, so that was good analysis from my part at least. Um, Dropping down to the 15 minute, I saw a really good draw. So we have an S&T right here, right? ES is the stronger pair, and we have a set of London highs and Asia highs that have yet to been swept. And on Nasdaq, they are equal highs right here. This triple, quadruple equal highs right here. London and Asia session. Like all that combined with that, shorts are just like not probably not going to happen today. I got my bias. So looking on the 5 minute, um, we dump significantly actually below this low that swept in another low, which they should be protected low. Um, but it wasn't really protected. So we dumped pretty far below it. Uh, yeah. So basically what I needed to see was this whole entire leg inverse. In order to take longs, and it didn't happen on Nasdaq, but it happened on ES. So ES took out these short-term highs right here. We completely rebounds this whole entire thing. It does put in an S&T, but just because I'm confident on the draw being higher, London highs being the draw, um, I'm just expecting it to rebalance price. So we put in the S&T. I'm not getting hasty with like this reaction or something, right? We come down here. We sweep out this low inside of that has to be like a 15-minute gap, right? Not a 15 minute, but it's a 10 minute, a definitely 5 minute. And so we're in a spot where we expect to reject. We swept out this low. Nasdaq also swept out this low. Nasdaq is also in a 5 minute gap, I believe. Yes. Um, and I think on the 15 minute, there's also like a change in the state or something. Um, Yeah, changing the state of delivery right there. So this big order block that we completely inverse should hold, take on ES because ES is the stronger asset. And basically started chopping around after we swept out that low. And I was like, okay, if this inverses, I'm gonna enter long. So I set my position tool up, right? I was like around right here, saying like this, and I'll take it to London highs. Um, that didn't end up happening because I ended up entering down here. And now that I realize it, it was below this gap. Um, but still I just had confidence in it, I guess. So I entered lower, I had a better fill. I did bring my stop a little bit lower. So let's see. Entered. I want to make sure I didn't over leverage because the amount of times I gotten fucked over with it coming like right here on my stop loss and then going up and then it just stops me out because that's the max drawdown. It's happened way too many times. Um, okay, well, I don't think it was there. Honestly, hold on. I gotta figure out. So I entered there and my stop was like I think yeah, I did put it at the bottom of that for Valley Gap. So that's where it was. Okay, well, still over leveraged apparently. So that's a mistake on my end. So even though this entry was good, I um still made a mistake. But I ended up taking everything out at like a 1.5 risk reward just because that's just what I was 100% confident on that. I was confident London highs were going to get taken, but considering it was a no news Monday and before the protected low just got absolutely displaced through. And there's also like there was an SMT right here. It's just not probable conditions. No news, like it's just not probable. So I was up about halfway to passing the eval right here. So I decided to just, cut everything and take profits there. Um, what would have ended up happening was after that high got taken, I would have gone break even right here. I would have gone break even by a tick, and then it would have gone to London. So hindsight, it was a good idea to take everything out there. Um, but also like I think this is a valid spot to go break even too. I would be fine with going break even. Um, yeah, that's really it. I just because I was so confident that we would go up here because what do we do? Right? We swept out all the lows, so nothing below us anymore that should hold us. We inverted all of this bear structure where we have a confident draw. London and Asia highs right here, equal highs on NASDAQ. ES is stronger. We retrace to a 5 minute gap. We sweep out liquidity. We are in, I believe, oh no, we didn't actually reach equilibrium, but the fact that we got this reaction right here shows us that we're probably going to go higher. Um, and so for all those factors combined, I don't mind taking it before the inverse right here. Um, like it the wick was put in at the very last second, so it closed like right here. I entered like 1 second before the candle actually closed, so it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake on my end. I think that was a perfectly fine entry, and yeah, if you look at the rest of the day, it was pretty choppy. We got a lot of upside move actually, a lot more than I thought we would get. Holy, yeah, wow. I guess we wanted to fill that big gap. 4 hour, 2 hour. Yeah, I guess it's not bad. Um, but now that we're in equilibrium of this leg, I don't think that this SMT will hold. We'll see what Asia does in London, but I think tomorrow we could definitely get a good day back to the downside. Um, let's just see here. Yeah, maybe like come up into this order block or something, reject, invert all that, and takes you to the downside. That's what I'll be looking for. But yeah, today was not bad. I don't think it doesn't say anymore, but I didn't exactly get half. I got 1,400 instead of 1,500, but still, I'll take it. It's just next trade is gonna have to be at least 1,600 instead of the 1,500. Um, and yeah, that's it for the day.